Hi, my name is Dr. Venus Evans Winters, and if you don't know me by now, you should definitely check out my bio under this video. So, anyhow, I've been keeping a set of notes, okay? So, I've been keeping notes of some conversations or some discussion points, some talking points, some front porch politics that I would like to talk to black women about, okay? Especially black women who are intellectual activists, black women who are scholars, black women who are emerging professionals. So let me tell you all this. So, it's Black History Month. So there's been a lot going on. And also, at least since January, I've been watching people in my own practice, in my friend circles, as well as people who are in my coaching program. I've been listening to their dreams and their goals and their visions for themselves now and who they want to become in the future. And so, one tip, which is a very important tip, which is a really good tip to really point out during Black History Month, and especially with March, where it's going to be Women's History Month. So we're just going to put it all together. Black Women's Year. Yep, the year of the black woman. So, anywho, I've been keeping these notes, and let me just say one thing that I have on my note is that we need to talk about black women showing up. Yeah, black women showing up. So, one of the best things I did this year, January 2021, is that I made the decision, of course, with the Planet Venus team, because I'm not that bold, but I made the decision to basically just show up. I made the decision to show up and stop shrinking and stop being a contortionist. And by contortionist, I mean that person who just folds and bend and shrink to make other people comfortable or to see myself as more acceptable somehow in somebody else's light. And by shrinking, I'm talking about people, including myself, who would not like show up with their full potential, in their full spirit, and just show up like nude, so to speak. And I don't mean naked, but I mean nude, meaning that I had to reteach myself because I was one of those people. I'm not gonna lie. I've always kind of lived out loud. Yeah, I lived out loud, unapologetically. I let people know these are my set of politics. These are my personal experiences. This is my story. This is my story. Okay. So this video is also a part of my story. But that's what black women we need to start doing. We need to show up and we need to take up space. And we need to stop criticizing other women and girls when they are bold enough and bad enough, right, to take up space. That's actually a human right. That's a human right to take up space. That's a human right to allow all of your spirit to come through. And so, as I stated in my notes, I just got off all this is because I just actually got off a panel discussion on the push out of black girls and the criminalization of black girls. And so that's why I'm thinking about all of this. But also we're working with my coaching clients and some of my even therapy clients. I want to tell you, black girl, if you want to start healing, and if you want to become all that you were meant to be, and if you really, really want to start walking in your dreams, right? So if you really want to start taking up space, you have to show up, sis. Like show up and show up unapologetically and show up not to necessarily show out, because sometimes I do think that we can impede on other people's space. And I think that we can impede on other people's emotional space, physical space, and spiritual space, or even cultural space, right? If we're not mindful of who we are and why we need to show up in space. And so being mindful of who we are and showing up in space, it simply means that you know who you are and claim it. You have to claim it. So the best part of who you are, bring that forth. Bless other people with your presence. Bless other people with your wisdom and your knowledge, and tell your lived experience in order to thrive, in order to be resilient, in order to resist, humiliating conditions or even dehumanizing policies. But just show up, like show up, all of you. If you're that person, if you know that you like bold red lipstick, and maybe I'm speaking for myself, if you're that person that you want, big hair, if you want purple hair, green hair. In fact, I keep saying that if I ever come back to this world, more than likely I'm going to be that person that tries some richer colors, purple, the greens, probably not in this lifetime, maybe next lifetime, because trust me, I've been every shade of red. But nonetheless, I digress. So, my biggest tip I would say this week is definitely show up. Just show up and know that you have the right to take up space. And the only way that you're going to get ahead and you're going to actually thrive in this world, and you're actually going to be able to name and to identify and claim your goals and your vision for yourself, is if you bring forth all of you. All of you. And that doesn't mean that you have to intentionally hurt someone. That does not mean that you're not going to be mindful that you don't impede on other people's space, right? But what it does mean is that you're going to have to be brave in order to get to where you want to go, right? So just be brave. Come through, Black girl, come forth, Black woman, and take up space. You have the right to show up as all of you. So again, my name is Dr. Venus Evans Winters, and I am the creator of Planet Venus, and that is my tip of the week.